Welcome back to this Art of Modelling video collection. It's time to talk a little bit about collaborative effort and how it can impact your test case design and coverage that you're able to achieve within your tests. We want to build high quality tests while confirming that we've got good coverage levels. To do this, we need to align our collaborative efforts. I'm going to show you through examples of criteria, and Mark's going to talk through defining test objectives. We've previously spoken about decision gates and defined processes around making a cup of tea. We use these decision gates to add key journeys within our testing process. Things like having a kettle. Does it boil? Having sugar. Do we want that or not? And the same for milk, for example. All of these are different journeys, and the choice that we make affects those journeys. We've referred to this as the must-haves and the wants. Now, it's time to look at your criteria and how it relates to coverage specifically. To do this, we must recognize that these criteria will change depending on the team that you're interacting with and how that team interacts with the requirement at hand. Working at team level, you'll generally get an aligned set of must-haves and wants with a little careful thought. But integrating that subflow into a wider picture might change what's deemed as the highest priority in terms of what's tested, when, and how often. You can see here any isolated change in regards to a wider system potentially changes the most important part. The group together has altered the priority. The model allows us to see that and cater for that, but it's an important context to have an understanding of. Determining the critical points and allowing teams in unison to work together whilst minimizing the impact of change or the risk of that particular change is really important. Now, with many teams working together on a single system, you can see how dependencies and risks can be understood. Using coverage profiles, for example, can really help us understand the impact of a wider change, especially when part of a bigger narrative. Multiple teams, prioritizing their tests, prioritizing their work in different orders. What we want to do is use our coverage system to allow us to derive an assured set of test cases. And that can be from a team's perspective, it can be from a group's perspective, but as long as we've got priority and flexibility, it's going to allow us to pinpoint where we want our testing to focus. So, let's get into some real examples that we want to talk through and show this in action, making sure that we maintain high quality, a good criteria, and a defined test objective.